Aí, tá vendo? Ele tem que mandar um monte de gente pra não ter dinheiro. Tudo tá viajando.
Damn, what's good? Can y'all hear me good with the headphones? Because I'm at a restaurant. I don't want to talk too loud. Give me a one if y'all can hear me good. I'm still in Rio. What's up, Six? Mitch. If y'all saw the last video of the boat party, I edited a 25-minute video, but YouTube took it down. So it was a good video. It was a tasteful video. Of course, I edited out all the crazy parts. Is a delay? Let me know if the delay persists and I'll take the headphones off. But with the headphones on, I can hear myself speak easier. Jake, is the fight tonight on Netflix or is it tomorrow? Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. I know it's on Netflix, right? This maracuja, this passion fruit. Oh, it's tonight? So if you already a Netflix subscriber, do you get to see it for free or do you have to pay for it on Netflix? I wasn't sure about that. Guillermo, what's good? It's free. Oh, that's dope. I wonder if they're going to show it at the restaurant tonight. I don't know if they got Netflix at that spot, but sometimes if you got a Fire Stick, you can still. I might have to reserve a table for tonight at Mab's to see if they're showing it at Mab's. I'm gonna have to go over there and ask them, and I'm gonna reserve a table. Not a $6.99 plan. I don't even know what kind of plan I got. Yeah, so that means it's gonna be 10 o'clock here. Brazil is cool, but it's still like spring. So we have some rainy days. It was raining the day before yesterday. It rained some yesterday. It's cloudy today. It's supposed to have a 50% chance of rain or something like that for the next few days, man, which is crazy because it's the weekend. Yeah, I got a VPN. But my Netflix works on my TVs. I don't have a problem with it working on my TVs so far, so I don't see why it shouldn't work later. And I have a paid subscription. Sorry, y'all, I got some Mediterranean food. We're gonna be eating. Don't be mad, y'all. You be like, why are you eating? It's the only time I get to sit down and talk. I'll be moving and grooving. Some falafel, salad, hummus, ice cream. Thank you. The whole unedited, uncut video is on Patreon. Now there's another video that's edited, with music because I had to edit out the published music and edit out the wild scenes. And that's I might upload that on Patreon for free membership. But the WoW one is on the paid membership. And it was cool. And somebody reached out to me today that's coming here. They want to do a boat party too. And they're like, yo, you could come on for free. You know, You know, can you help out with the girls? But the only thing is that all those girls came on the first boat party, right? Unlike in Colombia and certain places, girls want you to pay them to go to the islands, whether to go to Baru or Playa Blanca or any of those spots. The girls in Colombia always want to get paid to hang out with you to go on the boat for a boat party. Now, some of the girls here said they wanted to get paid, but I managed to get a good share of the 30 or so girls who came. They just came to have fun, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? And the most Japanese population, So most of the girls, they was just coming on the boat to have fun. So we still had a big crowd of girls who just came to have fun, but if y'all know like I know, in Colombia that ain't gonna happen. Thailand, girls will come with you to the island, collage for the day, have fun. Girls in Cartagena, no. Had the Kool-Aid smile? Yeah, because it was definitely fun. And the girls was having a good time. At least they seemed to be having a good time. They had a good time. And it was only 6 of us. Yeah, Colombia, they don't have no mercy. In Colombia, if you want to go to San Andreas, you got to find a non-working girl who never been to San Andreas, and she'll go with you. You can't find them chicks. And that might have to be a chick from Barranquilla or a chick from somewhere else who just never been to San Andreas and always wanted to go. And they'll go with you, but them working chicks. And I understand, but you know, those days, but in Colombia, in Cartagena, it's always been like that. Chicks wanted to get paid to go to island hopping. Unless, you know, you found a chick that was a non-worker, but most of the chicks you come in contact with and over there is going to be working. I love my Kool-Aid smile. Can't wait for my next trip. It was definitely fun. They killed the food. The restaurant is Mediterranean. It's called Amir. I don't really want to film people. They eat it, you know what I mean? But I like the food here. What's the temperature in the United States now that I don't even want to ask. I'm gonna keep it moving. I don't want to go too far down the political rabbit hole. People are still going to the beach. It's following them, man. People are walking by here going to the beach. They don't play with their beach coats out here. They don't play with their beach culture. They in the beach. They don't care if it's just a little bit of sun. Ice cream in the past few months, the content been on point. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Sheldon, Canada in the building. Everything good today. I just got up late. We went out last night. Hung out for my man Tim's birthday. Do you notice the air is fresher compared to the U.S.? Well, not really. Like a lot of people smoke here in Rio. I've noticed more cigarette smoke in the air. I noticed that. Cornell, what's good? Peace and blessings to Uzo from Medellin. All right. Yeah, the dollar's up, but some of the money exchange places won't go over 5.5. So you better off getting a Wise card and transferring the money from the U.S. to your Wise card. Or if you have a Brazilian account, transfer the money to your Brazilian account so you can get the right exchange rate. Everybody smokes these cigarettes out here. I don't like them. A lot of cigarette smoke here. J. Clyde, what's good? I'm eating falafel, Mediterranean. Falafel with salad, hummus, chips, or the something semi-healthy. Hummus, if you don't know, is chickpeas. It's like grounded up, fried chickpeas, right? With some seasoning. I believe that's what it is. And you eat it with hummus. You know. Because because they make you leave the table, but the lady was right there. She was still kind of close. She was smoking. I could smell it. The food here is not the best, and their basic Brazilian food is very bland. It's the same thing, rice with French fries. It's not that good. While you're here, you gotta find a nice Italian restaurant, Mediterranean restaurant, Japanese restaurant, maybe Peruvian. You gotta find some options here because their basic meals, basic food here is not good. At least it ain't good to me. It gets boring, that's what it is. It's super bland. Good food. I had really good food in Tanzania, South Africa. It was good in Kenya, Thailand, Vietnam. I like the food. I like the restaurants in Medellin. They got a lot of good restaurants. It ain't your traditional Colombian dishes. I don't like that food. But they have really good restaurants in Medellin, to me. Like I enjoy the restaurants in Medellin, especially the Italian restaurants and the Peruvian restaurants. Speaking of which, Peru, food was really good. Where else has some really good food? I'm not a foodie, but those are the places that I remember that I like the food. There was something about that nasty or bland, this kind of fish they had in Portugal. They had this like a fish dish in Portugal that I liked. You're gonna like the beer in Germany and Portugal. You probably definitely like that. They give you those liters of beer. I think the beer is better in Portugal than the food. In Germany too. I remember the beer more than the food. San Recife, you in Peru now? Nice. Why did you choose to buy a place in Brazil over Colombia? Well, the question should be, why did I decide to buy a place in Rio de Medellin? But for a lot of reasons. Main one being Rio de Janeiro, Copacabana has been and always will be one of the most famous beaches, neighborhoods, and visited places in the world, I believe. The rent here is much higher than the rents in Colombia. They have an event here that's on a lot of people's bucket list. They have the most famous carnival in the world and the largest. And people have that on their bucket list to visit Copacabana Beach and go to the carnival in Rio de Janeiro. There isn't an event like that in Colombia that brings people from all over the world. I meet people in Rio de Janeiro from more different countries than I do in Colombia. Now, I had a place that I rented in Laureles for $500 a month or under. You can still find rent for $500 a month easily in Medellin, which is arguably the best city in Colombia. So the rents are still relatively cheap. But you can't find, there's people here right now that's trying to move out of one Airbnb to another. They can't even find one available in the high season. So it's just no comparison on the possibility of rental income that you can make between here and a bigger country and a bigger city. So those are the reasons. And I like it better here. I'm probably not going to be in Colombia much anymore. I gotta go for my boy's wedding, but I don't know. I'm tired of the drugging and all that. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. Until they get that straight, I'm gonna fall back on Medellin for sure. And I'm a little tired of Cartagena, so maybe I'll try another city. Cali is cool too. But yeah, man, tired of that. J. Clyde said they ain't gonna never get that in order. You don't think so, J. Clyde? Everything gets played out after a while, right? No, I haven't been to Paraguay. I was gonna go this trip, but I got too much work to do at the crib. You don't think it's no hope, J. Clyde? It's been going on for a long time, man. I think the only way they're going to get it in order is if when they catch the people, they give them like 10 years or more in jail. If they do something that drastic, I think they'll be more afraid to do it and more afraid to get caught. So I don't know. Maybe the measures of penalty is not high enough. And you know how some countries, when they have a certain problem, they create a task force specifically for that problem. I'm not saying they don't have a task force for it in Medellin, but they need a task force. I'm going back to Thailand next month. I'll be in Vietnam in January. I'm gonna probably try to slide a little bit of Cambodia in there because last time I went to Cambodia, I went to Angkor. I didn't go to Angkor Wat. I only went to Phnom Penh. And y'all know I like my world wonders. So I'm gonna go back so I can go to Angkor Wat. It's the largest Buddhist temple complex in the world. I think it was originally a Hindu temple, and then they changed it, but it's the largest one in the world. And I've always wanted to see it. But last time I was there, which is still no excuse, the person I was with, they didn't want to go. But I'm definitely going to go this time. I'm going. Even if I go down there by myself. I got a little shorty down there that I know. She might be interested in going with me, but she's Cambodian. Remember the shorty? I didn't show her too much, but the shorty I went to when I went over to Malaysia, when I was in Kuala Lumpur. Remember that little shorty I saw in the video? She's from Cambodia. That's my girl, Juicy Gina. I don't know if y'all saw those videos, but she wasn't in it a lot, but I showed her a little bit. I showed her just a little bit. But yeah, Cambodia is not large, but let me tell y'all, some things are going to change in Cambodia because they're doing that. They're doing the what do you call that? They're creating a canal through the Mekong River in Cambodia. So that's going to bring Cambodia a lot of money. Before they had to pay, I think they had to pay Thailand or something to get their goods through. Now they're going to have their own canal, and it's going to bring that country a lot of money, a lot of fortune. So I guess real estate, tourism, I think all that's going to change. It's going to change the economy of the country. It might change the economy of the people, because if they're building a canal, that's jobs. When they have a canal done, it's jobs. So it's Cambodia might, in like maybe let's say like 5 to 10 years, be something, something to see, somewhat. That means they might do more things, build up the city better, build up tourist attractions, stuff like that. Like whoever invested in Da Nang, Vietnam, and they made the Golden Hand Bridge and Bonner Hill, that changed the dynamic of that beach town. Wow, there's a lot of girls. That changed the dynamic of that beach town to give people something to do when they go there. Shamgar, I've heard great things about Vietnam from a brother who lives. Yeah, Vietnam is Ho Chi Minh City. Is good if you want to go study the history of the Vietnam War. You got the Chi Chu tunnels. They have the war remnants. No, they have the War Remnants Museum. Is that what it's called? I get the museums mixed up from Cambodia and Vietnam.
Também falou alguma merda. Você tava
Vietnam will get all the cheap labor. Trevor the Barber, what's good, my brother? Shout out to Trevor the Barber. He was my first editor for the Barber World TV. And the editor to the Barber World TV podcast. Thank you for the donation, Trevor. I'm starting a podcast as well, y'all. Love is love. Black Razor. I'm gonna start doing a podcast again. It's gonna be me. I got a couple of friends, and I'm gonna have certain friends who are specialists in certain areas, and I'm gonna collab with them. These are people I got good chemistry with. We laugh and joke, and they're specialists in certain areas, and I'm just gonna be like the mediator, and we're gonna talk about certain things, you know. I'm gonna give it a shot, because there's some other stuff I want to do that I don't want to mix in with the travel channel. So stay tuned. Joe has a few ideas up his sleeve. Pimp Skywalker. That's a Pimp Skywalker. That's a dope name. But if you know you got a Pimp Skywalker, you're gonna have a Simp Skywalker. You better trademark it now. Yeah, so wow, the sun is coming out, man. I might have to change and go to the beach. Some people must have known. I feel there's people walking by going to the beach. I'm like, why are they going to the beach? The sun came out over there. Even you can see behind me. It's popping now. I'm not really a crypto guy, I don't know. I haven't even looked at the crypto I have. I haven't added to it or anything. I should do a 20v1. What's that? Oh. 20 girls versus a guy? I have something kind of like that, but different. And it still involves international travel. Dope concept. I'm going to try to shoot a pilot while I'm in Thailand. But it's going to take a lot of work. If anybody that's out there into music production or something like that, I mean, not music production, TV production. I got a dope-ass concept that nobody has touched. And it's going to be a smash. For the next 6 months. So should I buy crypto? And if so, what should I buy? No, I don't really know what the best career is to do. I'm not going to do a video on something that I don't really know. I think sometimes people get caught up in They have good intentions of giving out information, but they haven't done their research and they're not qualified. And they try to tell people what they should do and what's the best thing. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to interview young boy Don Banks, his Brazil content blowing up. I don't know him and I haven't run into him, so you know. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll go to the beach today. Possibly, maybe. Man, I might have to go upstairs and change. I don't know, man. You know, I'm chilling, man. Hanging out late last night. I'm the one who takes you through the zoo. Camoy. The zoo in Kenya. Kamwana Safari. Yeah, the brother that took me through the zoo in Nairobi. If y'all ever go to Nairobi, y'all should hook up with him, man. Well, I did the whole thing with the snakes, the lions. Man, I be trying to give y'all that dope content. Y'all don't even be watching that stuff, man. I was this close next to lions, yo. Domo Worldwide. Thank you for the support, Domo. Will you do more interviews on people and what they do to travel, like the one guy who merchant cement? Yeah, I did one with a brother here named Dean here in Rio, and he's a crypto guy, an IT guy. So he's an IT guy. He's and that's one of the original digital nomad jobs. That video with Dean was pretty informative. Yeah, so if I run into a situation where someone has that information, I would definitely share that information. Of course, I'm always looking to share the information. And the brother, the Seaman Traveler, and that was real good information. Jay Clyde said, yeah, so those one-on-one interviews are pretty cool with the traveler. Yeah, for sure. You know, when the chemistry and stuff is right, I'm going to definitely do it. I don't really want to get into politics, but my thoughts on Trump is it's not surprising that he won. And I'll say this, and I could be wrong. Eric Barbao support, but I appreciate Eric is the sponsor of the show today. Thank you. I definitely appreciate support and donation. Thank you so much, for real. When you in Rio, you feel like it's a fantasy. Should be unreal. Well, not if you're here for a long time. Okay, what I'll say about Trump is this, before I get to the next question. That I'm not into politics heavy, right? And I think Trump hit the nail on a few issues that everybody could relate to and that were simple. You don't have to be in politics to say, I agree on border control. I agree on getting foreigners out of the country, the migrant situation, immigrants. You could agree on the men out of women's sports, right? And that, you know, what they call it, my pronouns shit. I think everybody could agree with that, not wanting that, wanting to get control of the migrant situation, and abortion. You know, I think those are three simple things that everybody could understand and have a decision on. And I think without paying attention, he relayed that. Now, I don't really know the three simple things that Kamala was running for. Somehow that didn't make it through the cracks. That every person who doesn't even follow politics knows what Kamala was running on. What was her 3 or 4 major running points that people who don't even pay attention to politics know she was running for? And I think that's why she lost. She didn't connect with the people. This is in Indigenous 69. Hi, brother. I hope you link with Brother Skylar. He lives in. Yeah, I've met with Skylar. I've had lunch with Skylar. You know, I ran into him 1 or 2 times, but we never like collabed and did anything. Yeah, you had more. It was more things out there, whether she was black or not, than her running point. At least to me, for someone who doesn't really pay attention to politics, I didn't really know what she was running on. You know what I'm saying? So that message wasn't relayed to, someone who's not into politics. That's just my opinion. Yeah. And that whether she's black or not, that's a whole other story. But I think if she had some things that she was running on that was most important, that she relayed, that wouldn't have been a distraction. Actually, that was just a distraction. That was a distraction. And mind you, that's more distraction than if she was a woman, than if she was black or not. And I think neither one of them should have been a distraction. But of course, first female president is going to be something. Yeah, and the celebs, you bring the wrong people. That's when you totally are not connected to the pulse of the people. If she was really connected to the pulse of the people, she would have known not to involve Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. She would have known to never bring those girls on her stage. If she was connected to the pulse, she would have said, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like Hillary Clinton talking about she got hot sauce in her purse. Like, how could you be so much in power, in around power, that you don't have a clue? That's what happens. Which means we know you faking. We know you faking and you don't know what's going on if you're going to invite Cardi B up, if you're going to invite Meg Thee Stallion up. We know that you don't have a clue to the pulse of the people that you're so-called trying to, attract. Sad, my bro. Just refrain from discussing politics. Everyone who is a U.S. citizen should have a baseline understanding of our country. Let's move on and endure. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not into politics, and I know probably 99% of, at least 90% of Americans are probably not into politics. They got us distracted with trying to survive. Yeah, washing collard greens in the bathtub. These are things, you see all these things that people remember and people can cite when it comes to Kamala Harris, which is irrelevant things. It's bad. Bad. Yeah, that's bad, man. Yeah, but she was trying to connect to black culture rather than the people. Yeah, okay. Purchase your travel packet for Rio de Janeiro, Cuba. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. People are going to the beach, Yeah, and it's sad that that's where our country is. That we're talking about stuff like that instead of real politics.
Eat hot lemon and hot rice. Real good. Come on, good.
Wow, greetings, Star. Hope your day is going well. So far, so good. I don't have a travel packet. I only have to go. Yeah. I only have travel guides, a travel guide, but that's it. Like I would give you an idea of where to stay, give you an idea of what to do. It may have some links to Airbnbs I've stayed in. Have contacts of tour guides and a list of things to do. Stuff like that. Just help you when you arrive somewhere. Like, for instance, right? For instance, my boy, his daughter, and all her friends, it's 7 girls. They went to Colombia. They went to Cartagena, right? They took a flight. When they got off, they booked a place, a villa. Did you know the villa was in Baru? You know Baru, the island you usually go to when you take a boat trip? So they drove 2 hours once they landed in Cartagena to Baru, and they was stuck in Baru. Now that's if you want to be secluded, if you want to be in a jungle or forest or whatever is there. So they calling me now because they got stuck in Baru because they didn't. Now this girl knows her father goes to Cartagena. She knows that I go to Cartagena, and they didn't do their due diligence and talk to people, and they wasted money. So now I had to hook them up with my boy in Cartagena, in Boca Grande, and they had to book 3 studio rooms to stay because they made a big boo-boo. Going someplace thinking they know what they're doing, and they stayed in the wrong area. 2 hours from the airport they drove. They said the roads wasn't built out or nothing. And people be like, you don't need no consultation, right? You always hear people say that. If you don't, then you really need to do your research. Consultation is the cheat sheet. Or that's why I started doing the travel guides. Because it's $25, dogs. Now you could be like, I ain't paying nobody nothing. And look what happened to them. She ran on the Cominex, affordable housing, tax breaks for middle class. Yeah, but she didn't relay it. You know what I'm saying? She didn't relay it. Okay, she had all those points, but what 3 major points did she relay that somebody who's not totally paying attention could have remembered? She didn't relay it. Or the media didn't relay it. All they was talking about was whether I wouldn't even say the media was focusing so much on whether she was black or not and that other stuff, but it didn't come across. So it was a failure there, it was a failure there. And you got to throw some simple things that everybody could relate to on the table and simplify it. Like I said, that's my opinion. Whatever happened to the mature 41-year-old Brazilian lady who sat with you on the beach? 41-year-old? 31-year-old? She got a boyfriend. She tried to make me her second boyfriend. That wasn't going to work. She didn't answer the question to feedback. She only ran for 3 months. That's crazy. Well, like I said, these are just my opinions in regards to that. So, and I'm sure some people could relate to that. I think the people who are into politics that get so mad at the people who are not into politics, they should do a better job of explaining things to people. If you want to reach the people, okay, first, they do a lot of work to make people go and vote, right? Rock the vote, all of this. They should do just as much work in making people understand politics and how it affects them, too. So, They forget that. You could get somebody to vote, but a lot of people don't really know what they're voting for. That's why they vote Democrat or Republican a lot of the times. Is Nairobi, Kenya worth the hype? Keep it 100. I've made my videos on Nairobi, Kenya, right? I never said it was the best place to go, the best place on earth, the best place for black men to move to. I never said that. I already kept it 100, right? I don't sell no places. I show you what I've done, and I wasn't there long enough. I'm not going to sell you on no place that I was. I'm not going to go somewhere for 2 weeks and tell you, yo, it's the best place in the world. You know, so. And Austin, it could be for him, but I'm not. That doesn't mean it is for you. And Nairobi had its little bulls with BS too, you know, from what I saw. You know, so it was cool, but I would go back, yes. But I'm not going to try to sell it. I'm not going to be one of the guys who say, I would have to be like, I've been to Colombia enough times to have a decent opinion on it, right? And I've been to about 7 different cities, or, you know, 7 or 8 different cities to have a decent opinion on it. When it comes to Brazil, I can only have an opinion on Rio. Although I went to other cities, I've only been to Rio several times. So I can't tell you about Brazil and its totality. I think people do that too much. They go to 1 or 2 cities and want to give you advice on the entire country. New York is not Atlanta. New York is not Ohio. New York is not Boise, Idaho. You know what I'm saying? New York is not Arkansas or Kansas. So if you go to New York 5 times and you want to tell somebody what America is like, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell somebody what America is like because you've been in New York 5 times. And I think, you know, that's what happens too much. Africa is a long distance black America. I don't know about that. Flyboy, what's good, brother? It's like me as a Canadian flying to Kansas and saying I know all. Yeah, but it would probably be a major city, not Kansas, right? Because when we're traveling around the world, we're traveling mostly to the major cities, right? Where tourists go, where there's a lot of fun, where there's a lot of nightlife, where there's beaches and stuff like that. People be complaining about America and other countries. Ask Elon to send you to the moon since we haven't been there since the 70s. And we don't even know if that was real. But yeah, so I could only give you my opinion on Rio. I can only give you my honest opinion on Medellin, Cartagena. I've been to Cali twice. I've been to San Andreas 3 times. So, you know, light opinion, you know. And Rio is big. There's a lot of places in the state of Rio de Janeiro that I haven't been. So, you know. It's not on my top 5. I would say it is. It is. You know. I enjoyed South Africa. And I enjoyed Kenya. I would have to throw South Africa in my top 5. I would say, of course, Colombia, of course, Brazil, Thailand. And then I would have to probably put Africa or South Africa up in my top 5 somewhere, whether it's 4 or 5, because I haven't been to too many other places that was that impactful to me. You know what I mean? Cuba's dope, but Cuba is so far behind, man. They just had a blackout out there for like 10 million people ain't have no power for 10 or 2 days, man. It's just crazy. Riz Greasy, thank you for the super chat. I'll be in Pattaya in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'll probably see you next month. I like Peru too. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in my top 5 yet until I go back. But I will say I liked it as an option for moving to Latin America. I liked it more than Mexico or the places I've been in Mexico. And I like Medellin, but man, that drugging and stuff and robberies and that shit is not cool. Africa is a whole continent. There's only 7 countries, my God. That would be tough for Africa to not be in its top 5, right? There's 54 countries on the continent, so I've only been to 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's 50 more to go. Yeah, so one of those countries in Africa would have to break my top 5 for sure. You got Asia or Southeast Asia, you got 1 there. South America got 2. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. My top 5 changes as well because the Dominican Republic used to be in my top 5 and it's no longer in my top 5. Antarctica over Africa? Yeah, crazy. Well, we need to see that Australia trip, man. I don't know if I'm going to make that Australian trip, man. That joint is expensive. You know what I'm saying? So unless I get, unless some things change, you know what I'm saying? And I do want to go, trust me. But I know I'm going to be, one, I don't want to go and not go to at least 2 cities. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't cheap. I don't need to see it no more than 10 or 15 countries in Africa. Yeah, that definitely won't need to ever see all 54 countries in Africa. Pretty sure of that. Biz Entertainment, bless up, thank you. So yeah, I just wanted to catch up with y'all for a little bit. Just let y'all know, you know, I ain't get a chance to chop it up with y'all, and I haven't been doing too much. I haven't been doing too many videos, you know, because I've been chilling, working on the condo, and I did the boat video because I finally did something. I didn't really like San Jose that much. San Jose was kind of boring to me, you know, and you know, Jaco Beach is good. It's good for fun and surfing, but Costa Rica is like a more of a. And I did go to the I did the 4x4. I did their National Museum. I did a few things in Costa Rica, but it's just not that much for me. What do you think of the YouTuber Skyler saying he doesn't want to go to Africa because he thinks the women aren't on par like Brazil? I think he is being narrow-minded, or maybe he's just trying to be clickbaitish. You know what I'm saying? There's over 1 billion people there. I'm sure there's some fine-ass women there. And there's definitely probably some countries where the women are just as fine, if not more fine. But, you know, you can't, first of all, people do this all the time. They say Africa. That's like saying, I'm not going to South America because the women are not fine. You say Africa instead of, he been to one of the Djibouti. He been to one of the countries in Africa where it's like nobody even knows nothing about Djibouti. So I gotta call him back. He's not even referring to a country on the continent that's even known for having women and nightlife and great restaurants and food, you know? Come on, man. I don't know why people say what they say. Obviously he's an intelligent brother, but I know that some YouTubers do and say things just for views. So you can't always take them serious. That's what I got to say to that. I've been to enough countries. I know the food in South Africa was on par with food anywhere in the world. I know the food in Kenya was on par with food in anywhere in the world. And I know the food in Tanzania is on par with the food anywhere in the world. So, I don't, he just doesn't, it might not be known because it's not a continent where they want you to know. And each country has their own mixture of that. And some of the food you enjoy around the world originated from the people from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So, some of the plantains and the beans and the certain things that you enjoy in a lot of these Caribbean countries some of that originates from the people who came enslaved from Africa. So I don't know. They're using Africa to throw shots at Austin, maybe. Yeah, but Zoe did agree with him on the women. Me thinks Zoe also has that preference, but Zoe doesn't throw it. No. It's not that, man. You see beautiful. Okay, there might be certain, man, if you look at, you could put Ethiopians, you could put Eritreans, maybe even Somalians. I saw beautiful women. The beautiful women are everywhere. I saw some beautiful women in Kenya, but it's not like you're going to bag them. You're not going to necessarily bag them. They got pretty light-skinned girls in all these countries too. Them Zulu girls, them chicks in South Africa, you gotta go, man. You just don't speak out of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Don't speak out of ignorance. If you ain't been there, just say, I don't know. It's okay to say, I don't know. There was some broads, and I didn't even go to Durban. Durban got the girls that look like the girls here in Brazil. So, I just say, whatever, man. Whatever. Yeah, but you talking about somebody else a little too much on my channel. So keep it moving. We're done with that. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Juba Allen. 999. Thank you for your support. Less attainable? No, I'm not saying that. They're not attainable here either. Most of the women here, you are not going to bag. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, the same holds true everywhere. The baddest chicks in any country, the men with money is the one who's bagging them. You know what I'm saying? So when I say they're not attainable, yeah, for the most part, they're not. And the bad ones that you're not attaining them, you're having an experience. You might have an experience with a bad Brazilian or Colombia or whatever, but you're not really attaining them. You know what I'm saying? How many dudes have successful girlfriends or marriages with beautiful women in these other countries? You don't see it. It takes time. It takes work. And why would they prefer you over their own? You'll have some win. They might be curious. And most of these, the only person who could have probably a fair chance at this is a younger guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the travel dudes is older dudes.
Nem ele esperava ver, tá emocionado.
Joaquim Noah comes to mind. He's married a beautiful Brazilian woman. Yeah, and Joaquim Noah is a millionaire. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying realistically, it's, you know what I'm saying? It takes success, it takes money, it takes a lot to get a super bad chick. You know what I'm saying? And that's anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. Is, you know what I'm saying? Juba, where are you trying to get the travel guide for where? For Brazil or for Colombia? Brazil? All right, I gotta finish it. You're gonna have fun, you know what I mean? You're gonna have fun. You can have fun. The bad bitches everywhere in the world come with entitlement. Dogs. Yeah, man. You think the bad Colombian chicks ain't trying to get the soccer players and stuff like that? Come on, man. Put it like this. They kill me with these cigarettes. Put it like this. When I'm walking around in Rio, right? And I see a super bad chick. And I've seen them. Me and my man was talking about this. They with a dude who looked like he should have her. You understand what I'm saying? The chick looks super bad. Her outfit is fly. Her shoes is fly. Her hair is fly. I mean, bad. She with a dude who looked like he should have her. I haven't seen no badass Brazilian chicks with dudes who look like, what is he doing with them? You understand what I'm saying? So it means the dude is a good looking dude. The dude looked like he got money. The dude looked like he got something going on for himself. And he got the 8, 9, and 10. So which means it's the same wherever you go. Average Joe is not attaining a baddie. Now, average Joe might be able to pay to sleep with a baddie, but it's not the same. That's a limiting belief. No, that's a realistic observation and experience. Realistic. Not saying it can't happen, but 9 times out of 10 or 100 times out of 1, it won't happen. Let's be honest. Yeah. I went out with a bad joint in Kenya. Super bad. Well, her father was like a politician or some shit. But I know I would have had to put in major work for that to go somewhere. Or maybe she was just getting some free meals. We went to the movies once. We went to eat once. You know what I'm saying? But she was super bad. She was like a 7.5, 8. She was bad. A decent 6 with no kids. A chick told me in a Thailand chick I know, she said, you got to go to the province if you want a good girl. Don't get kidnapped by their fathers. Well, she was Somalian and Ethiopian mixed. Well, but women look for different things. Not men look for beauty is probably number one in most men's case, right? Money is probably, I mean, support, fame, you know, popularity is things that women look at. Like men don't want no popular chick. A man don't necessarily want a famous chick. You know what I'm saying? A man don't necessarily want a super successful chick. You know what I'm saying? They want a loyal, a beautiful, loyal, beauty, loyalty, stuff like that is more important to men. China or Korea? Yeah, I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm gonna get there eventually. Y'all seen that kid Johnny Somalia? He might be getting arrested in Korea for doing all those crazy stunts. The key, Justin said the key is to go for a chubby 6, that if she loses weight, she would do dang near 8. No, that's dangerous. Don't go for a chubby 6. Because when she lose weight, she gonna think she too good for you. Get a chubby 6 after she lose the weight. We all know chubby chicks who lose weight and they start getting the attention they never had before, they lose their mind. So Justin, that is not good advice. Or I would just say, Justin, I disagree. Plenty of these travel dudes have zero game and go overseas and get... No, Jason, you're absolutely wrong. You got to realize a lot of these dudes who travel got shit going on in their life that they're able to travel. I meet a lot of travel dudes that got plenty going on, that got plenty swag, that got some money, that got some experience. So you're absolutely wrong. People always try to think that guys who travel can't get women. Or the guys who travel are successful dudes a lot of times, are confident dudes a lot of times, are cocky dudes a lot of times, are dudes that are used to getting pussy. You understand? You are wrong. Now, yes, there are some guys who travel who are not used to getting girls, who are a little goofy, but the majority of the guys who travel are successful, you know what I'm saying, got their mind right, their money right, and put themselves in a position where they can do what they're doing. They have experience in life. They might have been married before, they, divorced, you know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. Do not say a lot of these travel dudes can't get women or no, you're absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Are bigger age guys more socially accepted in Brazil and Colombia? I would say yes. Both dudes who don't get laid and who travel, hard to generalize. Definitely a lot of both. No, I wouldn't say a lot of both. From my experiences, it's less of the guys who can't get laid I disagree. And I've probably been I've been traveling consistently for the last 5 years, and I've been meeting hundreds and hundreds of people every year. So what you base, and people come up to me who travel, who watch my channel, and I talk to some of them. I find out what they're doing. I get to know some of these guys a little bit, and it's not a lot of what you're saying. It's not a lot of that. It's not a lot of that, and I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from experience. I see cocky ass, confident dudes who got money, who used to having girls, who not letting girls play games on them, who they just change their direction. They like, this is an option now that we're exercising. We're exercising this option of traveling around the world and getting money and getting women now. We're going to have to agree to disagree then. At least Colombia, I have enough experience to speak on. That country, at least, a lot of them lead with their wallet, both in the States and Colombia. Yeah, well, if you buying the P in Colombia, then yeah, you're going to lead with your wallet if that's all you're doing. But that's only one country, you understand what I'm saying? That's one country that most of the guys are going there only for women, to have fun with women, right? That's one of the countries that most of the guys who have been visiting there in the last 4 or 5 years are going there to have fun with women. That's different than going to Vietnam or going to Cambodia or going to South Africa or going to Peru or going to Chile or going to Argentina or going to some of these other countries where guys travel. Now, if you're only traveling to the places that 90% of the men who travel there travel to have fun with women, then yes, they're going to leave with their pocket because they're there to buy something. And yes, the guys who are not getting at home are going to go there too because they're saying we also can buy something. Right, don't, I'll just say I met more guys who got game, who on their square and know what they're doing than the geeky guys because I talk to them, you know what I'm saying? Headlines of Johnny Somalia, nah, don't pin that weird dude on Black Americans. Yeah, no, I didn't say he said his name is Johnny Somalia, means he's Somalian. You could see he's Somalian, he looks Somalian, and his skin is brown, like, but he's Somalian first. That's all I'm saying, G. A lot of them are out there. I didn't expect it to be that many, but I get that they're only there to really short time and don't speak Spanish, so it's a little different. Bro, the young official was good. Oh, new headline said that? Yeah. Somebody actually got it right for a change. Most go to the big five: DR, Brazil, Thailand, Colombia, and the Philippines. Larry J. Fly. Yeah, those are the guys who just go to manga, and there's nothing wrong with that. Most people who travel got a little manga game in them, you know what I'm saying? But you can get yourself outside of the places that are known just for manga, and too. You have interest in visiting other places that are not known for manga when you are more a complete traveler. And there's nothing wrong with going for places just to do that too. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. I was happy seeing brothers with their Colombians on Halloween smiling and getting laid with no hurdles to jump over. You really getting laid without coming out your pocket these days. In the States, you need to be willing to date, and you know that cost. And that's everywhere. If you go for the girls who are not 304s in any of these countries, you're going to have to date them too. Right? Like all the girls I went out with in other countries that wasn't 304s, I had to take them out. I had to take them to dinner, go to the movies, and do the regular things. Dudes want baddies in the U.S., but this is Chad, but most Americans are overweight, and it isn't many bad chicks around. This ain't the 80s. Yeah, cost, Jason said it right. Cost all over, man. It's going to cost you, man. Women, and it's the way things have always been, so it ain't nothing new. Yeah, it's just cheaper overseas. It can be cheaper overseas. A date could be cheaper overseas. P for peak is cheaper overseas. You know what I'm saying? Buying gifts could be cheaper overseas. Like you can go on Fashion Nova, and I just go on Fashion Nova and buy a whole bunch of stuff and leave it in my house. And when I go to other countries, I throw a couple Fashion Nova pieces in my suitcase. And when the right chick come along, I'll be like, go in there and put that on. I got a little gift for you. I used to only do it with the lingerie, but then OG Jarvis got me buying the Fashion Nova too. So now I buy some Fashion Nova. I got like 2 bags in my closet full of cute little Fashion Nova outfits, and I just throw a couple in my bag. If I meet the right chick, I might give her a little bit something or tell her to model a little something for me, you know what I mean? Ellis, all the baddies in the U.S. in the gym. You got to catch them at the right time. Facto, that's game. I'm on that. Plus, Sheen, size 30 Fashion Nova. No, this Fashion Nova comes in small, extra small, small, medium, large, and maybe extra large. Black women in the States, just as said, are upset at black men right now because Trump is in office laughing out loud. It seems like most the baddies are 304s. Where? Nah, they got... Listen, the baddies that ain't 304s, it's going to take you some work getting them. That's what it is. George in the original J-Hop Fashion Nova. Why I'm still in that one. Yeah. For real, yo. Sheen got that shirt. Yeah, so yeah, go to Fashion Nova. They got outfits for $5, $12, $15, like real nice, cute stuff. You know, women that are fine can wear cheap stuff and still look good. And the Victoria's Secret sales, yeah. But now they got Tim U, so you could buy the lingerie from Tim U and Fashion Nova. NC, thank you for the $5, €5 is that? Roll the young official. The baddies that ain't 304s are either taken, harder to find, or you gotta invest. They're mostly taken. They're mostly taken. I know a brother that got a woman from the DR. He said he had to travel in the actual non-tourist places, to find good ones. Yeah, that's true. Brothers like big girls. Those Tim U options ain't gonna fit. You stupid, J. Clyde. The Philippines for non-pros? Man, there's mad pros in the Philippines too. Yeah, men can't get the cheap outfits, but women can. Women can definitely pull off the cheap outfits. Y'all remember Conways back in the days? And I don't know if that was just a New York thing, but bad chicks used to buy their outfits from Conways and they used to get over. All right, yo. So I'm gonna walk the beach, man. I'm gonna walk the beach and see what's popping over there. Get my little exercise in. I wouldn't put those chicks at the top of the top five list for looks. You saying they choosing the most out of the fives? I don't know. I gotta get to Brazil before they put the visa back into effect. Ellis Conway, I remember that. Laban, you remember that? Gotta be careful. In the Philippines too, one YouTuber was dating a girl. They broke up and she was all up in another dude's YouTube channel. That happens everywhere. That's definitely a New York thing, so Johnny Parson, yeah. Big girl season, who makes a mean I had a big chick last night. They got the most statuesque woman in Brazil. She was mad tall, big old booty. I thought it was going like not look good naked, but I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know what I'm going through right now, but Zoe took down like a Amazon. She had to be like 5'11". She was good. She was very sensual, very feminine, and took her time, yo. Took her time. Hey, man. And I kind of didn't want to take her because she was like, she was like, she turned down some guys for me and all this. And I was like, and she kind of put the guilt trip on me. But I was like, all right, let me try one. Let me try it. Let me try this Amazon. And boy, was I happy. Boy, was I happy. Spent the night and everything. Yeah, she was tall. Maybe like, a woman that's like 5'9", look 5'11". She was definitely my height, though. She was definitely my height. But she was very, and I thought maybe it might be a little, you know how sometimes girls' booties is real big. You might crack that thing open and it'd be a little funny little smell. Nah, she smelled good. I would see her again. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100, yo. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely see her again. She had a nice touch. Yeah. But that's what happened when they're young, you know what I'm saying? She was like 25. Nice. I was surprised too, because I thought I was going to be like, I thought I was going to be like, oh well, F it, you know what I'm saying? But nah, she pleasantly surprised me, yo. Yeah, Brazil got some of the tallest women you ever gonna see, man. They really got tall women here. I can't say I've been to a place so far that had more tall women than in Rio de Janeiro, man. I mean, they really got some tall women here. Really, really do. And I've had a few of them. And I said, who's tall? Your mother or your father? She said both of them are tall. If somebody like 6'5" and get that, they gonna have an NBA player or a real doofy ass son. One or the other. Go to South Sudan. That's why I said so far the places I've been, because I know there are places that are known for tall women. Like I can't front. When we were in Germany, I think, there was a lot of tall women in Germany. And there was a lot of tall women. It was Germany, I think. ZOE is, when you travel around the world, you take on all shapes, sizes, and colors. As long as they're women. You was with a 6-footer, Larry? Yeah, I know you had to be because they just have these tall women out here in Rio. I don't know if it's the same way in other cities, but in Rio, they got these tall women in Rio, man. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna start walking, guys. I'm gonna pay my. Oh, I gotta go home first. I got my. Usually, the funny thing is, usually here, when I leave a restaurant and I have a bag, a doggy bag, somebody always asks for my food. So there are people that are hungry here in Rio. I'm never able to walk home with my food without some black Brazilian in particular saying, rubbing their stomach and going like this and looking like they hungry too. Not like looking like they're just being greedy. So I always give them the food because they look like they're hungry, They look like they're not doing good. Yeah, so let me go, y'all. Yeah, it's tough, but you get a few of the basic words down, and you cool. Now, if you're struggling with language, I would say go to São Paulo, because I notice a lot of girls I meet from São Paulo speak English. A lot of the girls that speak English are from São Paulo. There are some karaoke that speak English, but the Paulinistas speak more English, from my experience. All right, y'all. Peace out. Thanks for hanging out with me for a while. If something else goes on today, I'll be back on the live. But stay tuned. Yeah, and this is the restaurant. I'm here.